Let's go.
Let's rock.
Jimmy Juice Podcast, man.
Let's go, let's go.
Figgy, best in the world, that's what he do, know what I'm talking about. Ryan Rocket, born and raised in the H-Town, Houston, Texas. Know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Let's go, in the jacuzzi, smoking threats, I got my feet up. Cut them haters off, I told them beat it, I don't need you. Spend 50 racks in cash, but it's all good, I got my visa. This rolling got them staring at me like the Mona Lisa. My ghetto, Nike, I beat it like a crease. She always like my sneakers, these Jordan 5 pink aces. Let's go, I'm knocking them down, back in the row. He really the one,
They already know.
so all of my chains go put on the show.
Giving out gins, sipping my juice. Counting the beans, addicted to ends. Need to back in on whatever I do. We get it in on the daily. I get it rocking like this with the 80. We really 10 toe down on the pave. What's up? We about to see what they saying.
Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Let's go. Gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Go, let's go.
What do you have to say to everyone if we still consider the Astros cheaters?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You sliding around playing Eminem in your car, you know y'all lady? I caught a plane out to Cleveland late last evening.
Where the bitches? Where the bitches at? It's supposed to be titties. Where the fucking titties and the bitches?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where are the titties and bitches, Figgy? You supposed to, man. You got the spot now, dog. You supposed to be coming through with the hoes.
Did you just hit me where the hoes at? There's a few of them over here.
Yep.
I'm calling y'all hoes individually.
One of the funniest videos, man. Welcome back to the Gyms and Juice podcast. We're back at it. Ryan Rocket, Figgy Fig, live from Studio Fig. Of course, doing the damn thing. I see that Resident Evil 3 in the background.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're back at it, man. A lot to break down, a lot to talk about this week. A pretty kind of a sad week if you're really into like celebrity deaths or aware of them.
Or hell, if you're a millennial, all of these had some type of tie-in with your childhood.
Yeah, and that's a crazy thing, man. That's the thing about getting old. Like, you know, a lot of deaths didn't hit you. I remember the first death that really hit me was Aaliyah. That was the first death where I was like, holy shit. The celebrity death that really affected me. And then when Michael Jackson died was probably the next one.
Yeah.
Pimp C hit too. Pimp C hit too when that happened. But yeah, it's starting to get to that point where, you know, it's going to be much more common if you're a millennial like us and grew up in 90s and 2000s, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only going to get crazier from here. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But first, we'll start off light, man. Figgy, I know you tapped in. Texans training camp has started. I haven't been tapped in like you. Of course, I know they're on practice too, but I haven't seen any storylines, any headlines yet.
I want to say it's 3.
Oh, they're on day 3? Okay.
Yep.
So, how did things look, man? Have you been out there? And if you have, how's everything looking?
Yeah, so I haven't been out there because I gotta work the studio shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But from what I got, I heard everything is cool. I think some of the highlights are some of the rookies. So you know, the Texans drafted a rookie tackle in the second round, Ariante Ursary. That's a big motherfucker too, man. That motherfucker got to be like 6'8" or some shit.
Damn.
Or 6'7". He's somewhere around there, big dude. But it's early, but he been lining up with the first team a couple times. So that's kind of a good sign, especially for a rookie.
Yep.
And rookie receiver, not Jalen Higgins. I think is it Jalen Higgins? I think it's Jalen Higgins. Not him, but Jalen Noel is a lot of people having high praise about him. So it's a good thing, man. So a couple good things going on, but I think we at a point where I feel like this is third year of D'Amico Ryans and third year CJ Stroud and all that stuff. It's never a bunch of takeaways from this because there's no real competition going on. I mean, like big competition. There's no quarterback competition. There's no running back competition or receiver. It's not anything big like that. So I think right now this is the third year and we seeing more consistency. So it's kind of like pretty normal now.
Oh, trust me, it's going to get even worse during preseason. You'll have all these hot takes about how people look out there. And then the regular season starts and you forget all about that because it's like, oh, yeah, they weren't really playing for real.
But see, no, the thing is, I feel like we going to be having all these conversations about who might make the team. It'd be somebody that probably won't play in the regular season.
Yeah.
But it'd be like, oh, Jake Hansen. I don't know. It's like, man, he ain't even going to play unless a lot of people get hurt. But we be sitting there talking about some Royce Freeman or some shit, some running back that clearly ain't gonna make the team or gonna play. That's the worst part about it.
Yeah. But I mean, look, you gotta talk about something.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sports station, so I get
it exactly.
But
the fans got something to talk about too. They have to have some kind of takeaway. So
yeah, I just can't wait to the regular season, man. Because you like I said, we be wasting all these segments talking about somebody that's going to end up on the practice squad.
Yeah.
So I get it, but it's just like, man, these guys ain't even going to play.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun to speculate, fun to see, the future talent and what the team could look like a few years down the line. But yeah, you're right. These preseason and practice, early season stuff really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're still a ways away from the first regular season game, so got to stay on top of it and hope everybody makes it through healthy and good, man. We'll see. I believe the first game, the preseason game, is 2 weeks from now on the 9th. I think they're in Minnesota. So
yeah, and I think the first preseason game period, you got that Hall of Fame game.
Yeah,
I want to say that's tomorrow. It's coming.
Really?
Yeah, it's coming up pretty soon. It's on not tomorrow, but it's on the 31st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
cool. So
we're football back.
Yep. I always turn on at least like the first quarter, and then I turn it off. But it does feel good to have football on the TV again because you start to get excited, man. You're like, it's that time of year now. We're getting it popping.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, we'll keep an eye out on training camp. But yeah, there's really not a whole lot to talk about. And these things we do talk about won't matter once the regular season starts in general.
Yeah.
But so moving on, I guess we'll get into the big celebrity death news. Jenny, what's up, Jenny? Jenny on Twitter says football's back. Hell yeah.
What up, Jenny?
Hell yeah. It feels good to have football back, man. Even though it's meaningless football right now, it's still football, okay? I'll take a preseason NFL game with some third string motherfuckers over the XFL, over the USFL, over the big three. Yeah. All the sports that are going on right now are ass.
Yeah. Did you see
let's get football back.
Did you see the XFL or whatever they are now, the USFL or whatever that is? 4 teams are moving, changing cities, including the Houston Roughnecks.
Damn.
So,
damn.
Yeah, so we losing the Roughnecks.
Lost the Comets, lost the Roughnecks. What's next, man? What else do we have to lose? Lost the Arrows, the hockey team we had.
Yeah, we lost the Oilers.
Yeah, but we got a football team back after that.
We got it back, but we technically did lose the Oilers.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, man. I thought Houston was a good sports city. What's going on, fans? Y'all ain't supporting your local teams? Fucked up. But and I was pissed because I heard there's gonna be like 4 new WNBA teams, and Houston still ain't getting one.
And
Like, the
Houston
only
had,
team,
go ahead.
the only team in history to 4-peat in the WNBA was the Houston Comets. It's kind of ridiculous that they're just not here anymore. We still don't have a team. WNBA kind of popping right now. We need a Houston-based team. What's going on?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's probably the best WNBA team in history.
Yes.
and out of all teams, Cleveland getting the team. like honestly, like what? I don't remember anything from the Cleveland Rockets. I think they the Rockers. I think it's called the Rockers.
Yeah.
Like I remember going to a couple games, but I don't remember none of them players I don't remember no playoff moments or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I don't know what's going on, man. But that's lame as hell that, you want to big up this league and there's all this expansion and we ain't got no Houston team, but whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody got to do it. All these tech billionaires that moved out here after COVID, get that shit popping, man. Anyway, I guess we'll get into the sad news, kind of break that first and react to these celebrity deaths that happened. Been quite a few. Sidebar, I have to get this rant off, man. I hate this whole, they always come in threes. Oh, they come in threes. Anytime a celebrity die, who's going to be the second and third one? This is the dumbest superstition I've heard. And that people I respect say this shit.
Yeah.
It really annoys me because it's so fucking stupid, man. Do y'all know how many billions of people on earth right now, how many people die every day?
Yeah.
And then you got old people dying. Old people gonna die. All right. and there's never any consistency between what this 3 is supposed to mean, because you see somebody die and in the next month some other celebrity dies. Oh, that's the third. Wait, what?
Yeah.
A month later counts too?
Yeah. I never understood that because they be 3 random type people too.
Yes.
So like me and Lopez was kind of going back and forth, kind of playing around, but he mentioned because somebody brought up 3 once. Hulk.
Oh shit. Hey, Figgy, we lose you? Are we still broadcasting? Hold on, let me check Are we still here? Check. You check it. The stream's still up. Oh, yeah, we lost Figgy. Figgy, come back, man. Yeah, his thing froze up. Let me go ahead. The Figster. He might have lost internet shit. He did say it's raining out there. Shit, it would suck if he lost internet completely. But shit, we're gonna get this figured out. Hope y'all are doing good, man. Hope y'all are having a good, productive Friday. I know it's raining out here, at least in Houston, at least where I'm at in fucking League City. Hope y'all are having a good night. What's up, Matt, on YouTube? Yeah, we're working on getting Figgy back. Getting a little technical difficulties. He probably lost internet. Now, so that's a very annoying thing to lose internet when it rains. How does that even work? I understood. Remember, we had satellite cable, and you would lose satellite. Every time it rained, you lose the TV. But I don't get how you lose internet. That shit always pisses me off too. Oh, you're from Kansas. I didn't even know you were up there, man. It's not raining, but it's cooled off. Yeah. It's been raining. I was talking to Figgy before the podcast. It feels like this has been the rainiest Houston summer I can remember in my life. Usually around this time of year, we have a drought. It just doesn't rain at all, and it's just very hot, like 100+ degrees, damn near every day. But it feels like at least one day a week since June, it's been raining pretty badly. So yeah, it's just crazy, man. Not used to a very wet summer outside of like hurricane season, I guess. But yeah, man, this is how you know I'm old as well. I'm talking about the fucking weather. The number one sign of an old man or old person in general is conversations about the weather. So I didn't outed myself. Yeah, I ain't getting shit from Figgy. He might have lost his cell too. Shit. Oh, here he is.
Man, power blinked.
Yeah, I figured that was the case.
Man.
Matt said, "Old man topics, weather and traffic." Yes, funny. Me and Figgy were just talking about the weather and traffic before the podcast started. So yeah, we are certified washed.
Man.
Yeah, you got me up here filibustering, man. I was talking about the weather and shit.
Yeah. Man. But what was it? Oh, we was talking about the deaths in 3.
Yeah, you say you're talking to John Lopez.
Yeah, because I think somebody mentioned, oh, that's Hulk Hogan, that's the third one. And he was like, no, that's not the third one because he tried to discount Malcolm Jamal Warner. Pretty much said, no, he wasn't as big as Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan, so he don't count as, that don't count 3. I'm like, who made that rule up? Like, how you know that's the rule? So it's all over the place, man.
Yeah, and if you want to count that, Chuck Mangione, who is a jazz musician, also a recurring bit on King of the Hill, which that's what I remember him from. But he died as well. So does that make it 4? Who is a 3? So yeah, I've always hated that superstition. And people who I respect, who I think are smart, they say that shit to me, and I'm like, oh, just stop. All right. That makes no sense at all. The rules are always changing. Like I said, a few months down the line, some other celebrity dies. Oh, it comes in 3s. No, that shit is stupid, man.
Yeah, it's silly.
Yeah, but anyway, I digress. Just had to get that rant off because people are saying it again. I'm getting sick of it. But so yeah, like we said, there were some deaths, man. First, Malcolm Jamal Warner tragically died. He drowned. Apparently was in the ocean. Here he was with his daughter and got swept up by a current, and yeah, it killed him. So terrifying way to go, man. That's like one of my fears. I don't be out in the ocean like that, but in general, I think it's terrifying to drown, especially in the ocean like that. So yeah, very, very sad. He was only in his 50s too, so still young.
And he was still active too, man.
Yeah, he was doing like Tubi movies, but he was still doing shit.
I like, the one thing I appreciate about him was he wasn't the star of a movie or anything like that, because clearly you know him from being Theo from the Cosbys. But he will appear on at least one episode of a good show where you'd be like, oh, that's Theo. Or, oh, that's Malcolm. Malcolm and Eddie. That I kind of go to Malcolm and Eddie before I go to the Cosbys, unfortunately. But like I feel like he was good from one of those. He'll pop up on the Law and Order episode, or he'll pop up on random stuff like that. And I think he just did an interview with Melissa Ford.
Okay,
I think that was his last interview. So and it was a good interview. He was just kind of talking how he just being in the industry, how he chooses his roles and stuff like that. He was talking about how he never wanted to get to a point where he do some desperate stuff. He wanted to keep his integrity, and so he just kind of pick and choose.
Yeah, I mean that's a good way to go about it, and I'm glad he still has some control over his career.
Yeah.
Your wife said he was on 911.
Yeah.
TV show. Was he really? Okay.
I guess I don't know. I think he was. But yeah, remember he played. He actually starred in the show The Resident. Remember The Resident?
Nah. What was it
It was
on?
it was a show. I want to say it was on CBS, but he was on
I
there
see
for like a
here.
good strong 5 seasons. I want to say.
He's been in some pretty big shows recently. He was in the Lethal Weapon, the new one. He was in
American Horror
the one.
Story.
I forgot they brought back the Wonder Years. He was in that too. He was in Grownish. So yeah, he wasn't actually in a lot of bad shit. He was doing his thing. So that's good
Yeah,
for him.
yeah, but yeah,
So,
no, that was a sad one, man. Especially to know what happened.
yeah.
It was a sad, and he seemed like a genuinely good dude, man. I
Yeah.
never, correct me if I'm wrong, I never really heard any scandals or bad things about him. It was just, he just kind of pop up once in a while. It's like, oh, that's Theo. And it seemed like I never really heard any bad things about him.
I do remember him being around Kareem Steffens. I think they were like living, remember Superhead?
Yeah.
They were like living together or some shit. That's the only thing. And it wasn't really a controversy, but yeah, that's the only thing I remember. He was like, I think she was doing a video or something. He was like sleeping on her couch or some shit. That's the only thing I kind of remember that made him look kind of what's going on here.
Yeah.
But, nah, he's been clean besides that. So yeah, that's a sad one. Like I said, only 54. So sad way to go.
Yeah.
These next two, I mean, it's kind of surprising the next one even lived this long, but he had a good life as well. Ozzy Osbourne, lead singer of Black Sabbath, iconic rock legend, passed away as well. Kind of crazy because he just did a final show with his band, I believe last month.
Yeah.
And I mean, he looked like he was kind of in bad shape, but he was still doing his thing, man. He still sounded pretty good. And yeah, a month later, he passed away. I don't think the circumstances are known yet. He just said he was surrounded by his loved ones and they requested privacy and whatnot. So yeah, but that's another one where there's a lot of rock stars who did so much drugs that I'm really surprised they last this long. Him and Steven Tyler were the main ones who I felt did so much drugs and so much coke that it's surprising. It's really crazy that they lasted as long as they did.
Yeah.
All of our junkies die quick, it seems like.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
so
And it seems like they be going hard too, man.
Yeah.
Not no little weed or something like that.
They were doing coke and heroin and shit, man. But I guess it was more pure back in that day. They didn't have fentanyl in their shit. Their shit wasn't stepped on with the fent. So maybe that's a lot of the reason why.
Yeah. But as far as Ozzy Osbourne, like I ain't grow up to his music or nothing, but it seemed like he played a big part in our lives because of that MTV show. Or I think it was MTV or VHS, something like that. But it seemed like I'm like, damn, like a lot of people do know who he is off the strength of the reality show with his kids and all that stuff. So I'm like, damn, that's somebody else that kind of hit you a little bit. Like you'll think, oh, rock star, man, like who cares? But it's like, damn, he was around in the 2000s. So that was kind of a big deal.
Yeah, same thing with like Reverend Run. There's a lot of kids who didn't grow up on Run DMC, can't even name you one song from Run DMC, but they know Reverend Run from the show Run's House. And so, yeah, that's the thing about these reality shows, man. They bring people back into the fold, into fame, and you know them from that. And it's like a second career, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I liked his music. I got on way later. Of course, I didn't grow up on Ozzy and Black Sabbath, but I did get into it later. I do like that Volume 4 album they have. It's good gym music. I like that shit. So I've been bumping them for a while. And I did go back. I do go back in the archives and check some classic rock out when I want to switch things up in the gym. You know, rap gets old after a while. I can't. Sometimes the rap just doesn't hype me up at all. I got to switch it to some hard rock. So
Yeah, I told you, man. I barely listen to hip hop when I'm working out. I be full blown EDM.
nah, I can't blame you, man. A lot of stuff sounds very, very samey.
And
But
the thing is, I be like, I should be focused on the workout, but once I go 2 songs in, then the next song be like, oh, I got to skip this one.
yeah,
I
that's
ain't feeling this one. Yeah, and I'm focused on the playlist. But meanwhile, like some classic rock or even like I said, some EDM, like all that shit pretty much sound the same, and it's all the same tempo. So you'll keep going no matter what. You wouldn't even realize the song changed.
Yep. No, that's true. And the way I use YouTube Music, and then when you click a song by a new rapper that you like, it will go into some other new rappers that I don't like. And with those same sounding songs, I'm like, yeah, I got to cut this off now. I done ruined my algorithm with this shit. But yeah, Matt on YouTube says, pouring one out for Ozzy, expected but still wasn't ready for it. Yeah, that's one of those ones where you know it's coming, but it still kind of hurts.
Yeah.
Because he's been around our whole life and now he's gone. So yeah. And a sidebar again, there was some commentary. I guess people are just trying to clickbait. They're trying to call Ozzy Osbourne racist.
Really?
Now, yeah. There's a viral tweet saying Ozzy Osbourne was a racist. Dog, I cannot find any proof, anything he said. Now, his wife has said some shit that was crazy. But that's his wife. I can't find anything of a racial nature that he said that was horrifying. You know, now look, I'm not saying he didn't have some private beliefs. Look, he's an old dude. he could have had something, but I didn't see anything. And I thought that was a little pathetic for people trying to make some shit up about him.
Yeah, the thing is, man, like if it's not on the timeline or you can't pull up no receipts on it, I think it's fair. I think it's fair game to not even put him in that category, man. Like I said, now we'll get to Hulk Hogan in a minute, but
yeah,
like if you could pull up some receipts on Ozzy doing some wild stuff or saying some wild things, then it's just like, damn, man. Like what? Like to me, I don't like people bringing it up all like just pissing on people's graves anyway, because I feel like people got family, and you know, like it's not hurting them, it's hurting his loved ones. So that's always my thing when people kind of shit on people whenever they die. Like it's not hurting the person that's dead, but yeah, like if you like, I ain't see no receipts racism from Ozzy, so I ain't rolling with that.
Yeah, and it kind of reminds me, I don't know if it's the same type of people, but it kind of feels like it could be the same type of people. Some people got mad when Kobe was called out for being a rapist, allegedly, after he passed. People got very upset about that. And I understand, look, there's a time to have conversations, but his family is in mourning, all this stuff. We're reminiscing about his life. It's not the time to bring that up right now. I had no problem with Gayle King asking that. And then she got in trouble for that shit, but I didn't think that was that bad. But the same people will just have no problem saying, well, fuck Ozzy Osbourne because he was racist. And I'm like, nah, man, you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. If you want to have it this way, then the next celebrity you like that dies, that was in some shit, I guess we pouring gas on the fire now for everybody.
Yeah.
So I don't like that, man, in general. What's up, David? Good to see you here, bro. Just talking about these celebrity deaths. We talked about Malcolm Jamal Warner and now Ozzy Osbourne. The next one, Figgy, your guy. I see you paying tribute with the headband, you know, the bandana. I see you paying tribute with the red, white, and blue. That's a tribute to Hulk Hogan, man. I respect it. Hulk Hogan passed away. I believe he was also in his early 70s. There were reports that he was really sick and was on his deathbed. But I think some people really didn't believe it. I think the sources were kind of, you know. But yeah, he passed away this week. Iconic wrestler, of course. Especially if you grew up in the 80s. He was really the biggest thing really, it's hard to imagine a wrestler being as big as Hulk Hogan today. The closest we had was The Rock, and even The Rock wasn't as big as Hulk back in the day, like in the 80s.
Yeah.
He was selling out shows by himself, selling out arenas and shit. The Hulkamania was everywhere. He was in movies, TV shows, cartoons, cereal, everything. So, yeah, one of the biggest wrestlers of all time, of course. Also, some horrible things associated with him later on. That sex tape that was leaked, he had a very racist rant about black people since his daughter was apparently dating a black man. He just went off on black people in general.
Yeah.
Also, very, very right wing aligned later in his life. He was doing, events for Trump. The last appearance he had on TV, he got booed in a WWE event in California, which is crazy. But so yeah, honestly, this one, even though I'm a wrestling fan, at least I have been in the past, I was really super into wrestling. This one really didn't affect me at all. And not just because of what he did. It's more so my era of wrestling was kind of after Hogan.
Same.
I was more The Rock and Stone Cold and Mankind, all them dudes. By the time I was watching wrestling, even though NWO storyline was popping, Hulk Hogan was an old man at that point. I didn't really want to see him on TV. He had that bald head, balding, and trying to hold on to the shit and cover it with the bandana. I just saw him as an old guy trying to be cool.
Yeah.
So I was never really a Hogan fan. I probably just missed Hulkamania by a few years, but I was never really a Hogan fan. But still, can't deny the impact, man. Big wrestler. Figgy, were you a Hogan fan?
I wasn't. I'm kind of aligned with you on this because I kind of got into wrestling during the same time you got into wrestling. So Hogan, I want to say Hogan at that time might have been with NWO and WCW.
Yeah.
And I never really watched WC. I wasn't into WCW. So like I knew who he was and all that, but I wasn't really into him. I kind of respected him as far as a wrestler. But yeah, I would say this one, I ain't gonna say it didn't move me, but it seemed like it's gonna be kind of weird with no Hulk Hogan at all, because I feel like even around people quote or try to imitate Hulk Hogan. Like that's
what you gonna do, brother.
Yeah, and that's a popular ass Halloween costume too.
Yeah.
Like, if all fails, let's go as Hulk Hogan. So like the mustache and all that shit. But yeah, yeah, I didn't really feel like a type of way. I just kind of feel like, damn, that's kind of real. And you kind of brought it up a little bit because we actually talked about it on the show. And we kind of asked, because like I said, that was a little before my time. And I'm like, is he probably the most recognizable wrestler of all time? Or I tried to be safe and I kept it top 5. Mm-hmm. And the first person I thought about was Ric Flair and then Hulk Hogan. So I know you got probably some wrestling nerds that be like, technically he wasn't the best wrestler and but that dude, everybody knew who Hulk Hogan was.
Yeah, technically Bruno Sammartino was bigger than the Hulk. Who?
Yeah. Yeah, because you even got some people like, Undertaker was an overrated wrestler and But I'm looking more at the image. Like, how many people knew or can quote the Undertaker? I mean, not the Undertaker, but Hulk Hogan. So but honestly, my favorite memory from Hulk Hogan is the Booker T calling them out.
Oh yeah.
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. Yeah, that one. Ain't this crazy? I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago we was talking about Hulk Hogan.
Bumping that Jeezy, man. 100s on the table, 20s on the floor, brother. Fresh out of work on the way with some more. Yeah, it was funny. He was in the damn Hummer replaying. It's funny that even made the show. Like,
Yeah.
why not make him look a little better? Just had him hit repeat, trying to memorize the hook. Like,
it was the part of him just looking in the camera at the hit rewind.
just complete silence too, man. He looked like he was very focused.
Yeah, and then he hit it again, and he was just shaking his head like,
on it. Wait, play it again.
he was like, "This song is incredible." I'm like, see, that's how I want to listen to music. Like when you do that, that song is fire.
And that's really what Jeezy was back in that time, man. Some people don't really remember, but Jeezy really had everything on lock at that time, man. Everything he dropped, you just had to replay it 5 times in a row.
The funny thing is, like after we played that Hulk Hogan video, it made me go back to that Jeezy song.
Yeah,
I want to say the next day I ended up playing that Jeezy song.
Yeah. And I remember not liking it back when I first heard it, but that video made it kind of harder.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't care for that song when it came
really
out. But now I'm like, that song actually do sound all right, especially in the headphones.
Yeah. I bet the bass went crazy in that Hummer, man. So I can't even knock it.
Yeah. Wait, I got to play it now, man.
And it's on the table. 20's on the floor, brother. Dog, and this was like, look how old he looks. This was like 20 years ago. He was in the F-150 for the Rams.
This the part right here.
Shaking his head.
Yeah, 100's on the table, 20's on the floor. Bring some on the way from home, and I love it. I got cases in the crowd. That show.
Now they have to censor work.
Yeah,
I know it's a euphemism for dope, but I don't feel like they had to edit that out. That was kind of absurd. But yeah,
classic camera, it shook his head. I was like, oh man, with them glasses.
Yeah, he was locked in. Sometimes music be having you locked in like that, man.
Yeah,
so I can't. And that was also him trying to be, in that midlife crisis, trying to be cool again and bump what the kids are listening to. So yeah, I doubt Hulk was really a huge fan of rap, but I do think he wants to look cool. So yeah. Matt says, loved Hulk Hogan growing up, but Terry Bollea, the man, was the worst kind of asshole. Yeah, that's the thing. Especially when the later years, I feel like there's been nothing positive linked with Hulk Hogan. And if you even the racist stuff and the stuff he did in the industry was scummy. That's the crazy thing. Like, he refused to help other stars get over in their career. He shitted on people. He really only looked out for himself. He wanted to win every match. He had a crazy contract in WCW where he could decide the outcome of his own matches. So of course he basically never lost.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of opportunities he had to really help newer wrestlers that he just didn't take. He was really only out for himself to make as much money as he could. And it's kind of shitty way to be a veteran in any game, man. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff he did even behind the scenes. There's not a whole lot of positive backstage, stories about Hulk Hogan. A lot of people think he was a snake and only out for himself. But I mean, the image was crazy. The image was crazy. So,
man.
David says The Rock could never have a racial slurred sex tape. He doesn't have the range. Yeah, The Rock, I got the worst. I think we've seen the worst of The Rock already. Just him being corny. But I don't think we have anything to worry about with some kind of crazy scandal involving him. I think we just see he's corny and that's it. But to be honest, if The Rock died, even though I think he's corny and I make fun of him all the time now, when The Rock dies, it would hit me. It would hit me pretty bad.
Yeah.
I guess I would feel the way some older people feel about Hulk Hogan dying now.
Yeah. I think
because that was the coolest nigga on earth for me for a few years.
who would you feel more sad about, him or Stone Cold if they pass away?
The Rock.
I really okay. I think Stone Cold would really hit me hard, man.
Stone Cold that would hit me hard too, because that's my era. But also, just The Rock was what every nigga, like every black man growing up that watched wrestling even a few times, you saw The Rock and you like, man, I want to be him.
Yeah.
Oh, you really wanted to be The Rock, man. He was the coolest nigga on earth for at least a couple years, like 99 through 2000.
Yeah.
He'd come out with those fucking Versace big ass shirts and the glasses, and everything he said was funny and cool. And he'd come out and beat somebody's ass and not get in trouble for it. That's what everybody wants to do, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would hit me hard. David also said it's sort of wild that Hogan is Jordan tier in terms of wrestling popularity. He's really up there. He really is up there.
Yeah.
Matt says, I forget later in life, Hogan wore sunglasses my 9-year-old wears. Yeah, he never really got past those sunglasses, man.
Yeah.
But look, when you get old, you get married to shit, and I understand. David says, I think The Rock because he had the Nation connection, but both would be bad. Yeah. The Rock and the Nation domination was cool as hell too. That's really when he was really starting to pop off.
Yeah,
and that was a cool stable.
Yeah.
Matt also says, I'm gonna feel some type of way when Undertaker passes. He was always my favorite. Undertaker wasn't my favorite, but that would hit me too, because just that's one guy who's also in our era. He was always around. I remember when he was gone for a while and came back as a biker. I'm like, what the fuck? But it was kind of cool. He came back. He had that Limp Bizkit song, keep rolling. You just come up and beat somebody's ass and leave on a bike.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
And hell, he from Houston.
He is. Yeah. So, yeah. Another guy who's been very political, but, you know, there's really been nothing else horrible attached to him. He's a guy who always helped the young people, too.
Yeah, so. That's the thing. It seems like he's actually a good dude. Like, I never heard any bad things about Undertaker as far as, like, being an a-hole or something like that.
Yeah. David also said, I thought he was already a dead man. Yeah, I see what you did there. And David also said, Ron Simmons / Farouk went to high school with his parents. That's crazy, man. You were in Atlanta, right? I remember I watched recently a documentary on Ron Simmons. It was something, you know, you see a thumbnail on YouTube and you just click it and start watching it. Sometimes I get wrestling stuff in my recommendation, and I got a little mini documentary on Farouk and the Nation Domination and the APA. And yeah, he was a interesting guy, man. He played football early on, got into wrestling, and found his niche. He was the first black champion, I want to say, in WCW, or really big major wrestling history ever. So yeah, it's a crazy story with him, man.
He was actually one of my favorite wrestlers growing up too. Like I wasn't watching wrestling during the Nation of Domination era, but definitely APA. That was like my favorite 2-man group.
Yep. And that had to be like the best job ever too, because every episode all they did was drink and then go. They didn't even have a full match. They just go beat somebody up and then run out and play cards in the back and drink. Like, that had to be the best job ever.
Cards, yeah.
So yeah, crazy times. But yeah. So yeah, that's it for the celebrity deaths for now. Some big ones, some major ones, but you know, this is life, man. Life goes on and shit's crazy, but it'll keep happening. So
yeah, rest in peace to everybody, man.
Give everybody their flowers while they're here, if they deserve it. So
how you feel about everybody that's just going in on Hulk Hogan right now? Just
look,
F him and all that other stuff. Because I feel like you got a big divide now, because you got some of the people that's like, oh, y'all mad at people supporting Hulk Hogan, but y'all the ones that supporting y'all was against R. Kelly and all this. It's just a whole bunch of comparisons. What about you doing this? And what about that? And how you have a problem with people supporting Hulk Hogan? You were supporting R. Kelly and all that other stuff.
Look, I think it's fair to say you don't care. I think overly, in general, I think it's with everybody. I think overly shitting on somebody once they die is a little ridiculous, man. Unless you're somebody like a serial killer or somebody who's physically harmed people. And in general, I'm not really with it. You can say you don't care. You could say, oh well, what are we eating? I had no problem with that. Or say, what are we eating today? But I think to go on and just list every bad thing somebody did right when they die, like literally 5 minutes after the news comes, you list every bad thing they've ever done. I think that's a little much. I think that's, you could talk about that when reminiscing on the person's life. There's good and bad. But I also saw people get harassed for saying good things about them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, to be fair, even if your best friend was somebody that allegedly did some bad shit, or did some bad shit, but he's always been cool with you, would you shit on him after he died, or would you say nice things about him?
Yeah.
So that's one thing I saw. Some people were getting, kind of harassed for saying some nice things. I'm like, oh, look, if he was nice to them, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally, I'm not with the shitting on people right after they die. I'm not. I get it, social media, and everybody just wants the laughs and the clicks and the engagement, but it doesn't really do anything for me.
Yeah. And honestly, in general, I just hate when people do that, period, man, because we complain about when people were shitting on George Floyd when he died and saying all this stuff about him. I just don't like that at all. So to me, it's just like you don't like when they doing it about him, but you cool with doing it about Hulk Hogan or whoever passes away. And it's just like, man, like why doing it in the first place? To me, that's just screams of I got to weigh in on this. Like you don't have to weigh in on anything. Like you ain't got to like, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. You could just go on about your day, man. Like you don't have to react to it.
Have you seen that meme with Idris Elba laying back like this, and the caption says, "Learn to sit back and observe. Not everything needs a reaction." That's how I live my life, honestly. Yeah. Sometimes I just sit back and watch shit. I don't have to react to everything that I see that I like or don't like. And sometimes you could just keep your mouth shut, man. You could just say, okay, Hulk died. All right, what's next? Talk about, if you're a wrestling fan, you ain't got to talk about Hulk dying. You could talk about something else. I'm sure there's a show going on tonight or tomorrow. So focus on that. You ain't got to weigh in on Hulk if you don't want to, or you got some shit to say. So
yeah, and it be people that don't even be into wrestling.
Yeah,
like you literally don't have to talk about it. So I just didn't understand that, man. It's a lot of double standards, like a lot of crying about, oh, they said this about this person, and then you turn around and do the same thing.
Yeah, like the Kobe thing, man. The Kobe thing, you gonna say that's out of line, but then you say you feel fine shitting on Hulk after he died.
Yeah,
like it's either all out. It's either everything goes for everybody, or we're all respectful for everybody. You can't pick and choose, oh, I like this person, so I think it's mean to make fun of him and talk shit after he died. But hey, this guy, fuck him.
Yeah.
Nah, that's lame shit, man.
Yeah, it's funny. I gotta tell you what I said to somebody. Somebody posted this talking about all of that. I knew all the wait a minute. He said, I knew all the separate the man from the art think pieces y'all used to write was all bullshit. Exhibit A, y'all don't care about the indiscretion of if you like the individual, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, right, a lot of R. Kelly and Chris Brown lovers don't like Hulk Hogan. And then this dude said, hey, wait a minute, keep Christopher Maurice Brown far away out of there. He ain't do nothing. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay, I got you.
Yeah, Tory Lanez too. He was set up. He was set up by Rock Nation.
Wait a minute. I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna post a picture of Rihanna's face.
Yep. No, it's red. It's red from Friday, man. Oh, that was different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. Matt also says, once somebody can't defend themselves, people come out of the woodworks to air the dirty laundry. Yeah, and that's the thing about it. I'm not saying you got to glaze somebody you didn't like or that did some shit after you died. But like I said, you could just not say anything. I think it's, if it's a slippery slope to say, hey, I'm going to say all this shit about this guy because I don't like him, then you got to realize they're going to do that about whoever you like that passes.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta be careful with that shit, man. Either you could take it or you can't. If you can't take it, don't say shit.
Yeah, and
just add fuel to the fire.
Yeah, and to be clear, like what's weird is I'm totally fine with the funny memes and jokes. Like if you just out here trying to be funny, like I'm not mad at that, but I'm mad at the people that's sitting here writing the think pieces.
Yeah.
Mad at somebody for doing this or supporting that. This is like, come on, man.
Yeah. There's always people that ruin the fun too.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's always that person that ruins the fun and okay, now joke's over. Some of the Hulk Hogan memes were funny. The ones that weren't too mean, like they show a thing of him being beat up by some black guys in WWE 2K or some shit. I'm like, okay. But once it gets, some people take it too far.
Did you see the one they posted the graphic of him versus Chris Benoit? It said "Hell in a Cell" match.
Yeah, literally "Hell in a Cell." I'm like, come on, man.
I'm like, man.
But yeah, I could get you trying to be funny, but some people are way too serious about it. And like I said, there's people that love them regardless. So you ain't got to bully them. You ain't got to talk shit. Just observe and move on with your life if you don't like them.
Yeah.
Matt said it better than I did. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, man. It's some people are taking it. There's always people that take it too far. And it gets corny after a while. But nevertheless, so yeah, that does it for the celebrity deaths that came in threes, apparently, allegedly.
Yeah, this is the most deaths we had within a week like this. Because
it seems like
one or maybe two.
Seems like it, man. But we'll see. Like I said, it just happens when people live crazy lives and get a little older. So
yeah.
My friend, one of my friends hit me up and was like, man, these celebrities dying at 70 and my dad's like 73. I'm like, okay, well, to be fair, they have some crazy lives. Like Hulk Hogan was doing steroids since before Thriller came out. Like a lifetime supply of steroids has been in his veins, and he still lasted for a pretty long time. Ozzy Osbourne was doing a coke that killed Lynn Bias, and he somehow lived to be in his 70s too. So
yeah, but you do think about that though. When you start thinking about your parents, like, dang, my pop's 68.
Yeah.
And you start thinking about it a little more though, man. And then not to mention thinking about how old my parents is. I remember when my grandparents was around that age. Mm-hmm. So now it's just like, damn, my parents at that age now where I try to answer every time they call.
Oh, you have to, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, my parents, they're doing pretty well, but I think they've been dealing with, that eventually, getting older and, it's going to come one day, and they've been kind of on that. But I'm like, they're pretty healthy. My mom's been going through it because she is now the age that her father was, my granddad, when he passed away. My granddad was in terrible health, man. He smoked almost every day, and he was really big, and he was from Louisiana too. I could barely understand him when he talked. He had a thick ass accent, man.
Yeah.
But
is that where your mom from?
No, she's from here. But he was from Louisiana. I forget how he came over here. But he was thick ass Louisiana accent. He used to listen to Zydeco all the time, and I hated that music. I still don't like it. he would bump Zydeco loud as hell in the house. And yeah, he was a really, really as New Orleans as it gets, man.
Yeah,
That's all I can
you
say.
got a little Cajun in you, man. A little Creole in you.
Apparently, even though I still can't stand the accent, I'm not a fan of Louisiana experience. My sister is really into it. She goes all the time. Her favorite team now is the Saints for some reason.
Oh,
like,
God.
okay. Yeah, I know. But she's one of those who, I love Louisiana. I got it in my blood. I'm like, okay. But David said not Zydeco. Zydeco is like, is it. You know how people make fun of how a lot of Mexican music sounds the same and it has the same beat? That's Zydeco too. Zydeco all sounds the same, man. It's like they all took the same music and just slightly remixed it.
Yeah.
It's always some guy just screaming nonsense in the music too. And songs about nothing.
Yeah.
So, David said Rock is 1/8 Creole and 1/4 hater. Yeah, the hater part of me is little rotten everything right now.
It's funny, like you got a little Creole in your blood. I feel like I kind of got a little Houston in my blood too, because I had an uncle who was my grandfather's brother. He been living in Houston for years. He passed away though, but he actually played for the Boston Celtics back in the 1958, 59.
Damn.
Yeah, so I got a picture of him. He actually was on the team with Bill Russell, Bob Cousy, like all them cats.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but he ended up living in Houston. And I didn't even realize this. He lived in Houston because he went to TSU.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in the TSU Hall of Fame. His name is we used to call him Uncle Stringbean, but his name is Benny Swain. And I brought him up on the airways one time, and somebody was texting like, Mr. Swain, like he was my substitute teacher, or he was my coach in middle school. He was like 6'8". I want to say he's about 6'8". But it's crazy. Like I had no idea I'd be living in the same city as him or where he was from.
Yeah,
so
man, you've acclimated very well, so you probably do have it in your blood.
Yeah, so he was mainly on the south, I think, towards South Park, I want to say.
Okay.
So so I say that to say I probably got family down here that I never even met.
Yeah, he's probably getting around, man.
Yeah.
Basketball player after all. And he must have been a cold basketball player, because that was during a time where they had a limit on black players that could be on basketball teams.
Yeah.
So if he was one of them that got chosen, he must have been cold with it. So
yeah, and he was like a TSU legend. And I think he took them pretty far too during that time.
Okay.
But I don't know. I wish I could find this out, but he only played like one season. I think 1 or 2 seasons. And I want to say they did win the world championship, but I don't know why he stopped. I don't know what made him, just stop playing or something happened. But yeah, I always wondered that. But I'm like, damn, that's wild. He been in Houston all that time, because as a kid, I knew he was in Texas. Mm-hmm. But, I thought Texas was all the same for real. Like, I'm just like, okay. But I didn't realize it till my mom sent me the magazine of his highlights and stuff. And they had TSU on the jersey. I'm like, TSU? I'm like, that's right here. And so I started digging deep a little bit. And I'm like, damn, he was here for a minute. So,
damn, he probably stopped because he was a Pee Wee Kirkland with it.
Yeah,
he was a legend in 2 games.
Yeah,
Pee Wee Kirkland, for people who didn't know, was a basketball player who had offers to go to the NBA at the time, but turned it down because he was moving work in the street. He was drug dealing, and he was making more money doing that than he would have been offered in the NBA. So he thought it was a waste of time. But it could have been the thing, man. They didn't get paid a whole lot back then. So
yeah, man. But it's wild. He was actually the backup, my uncle backup to Bill Russell.
Okay.
So So I think he averaged like 6 points a game, 8 points a game, something like that. But
It's Angel Reese, man. He was Hall of Fame. Get it. That's a cover of NBA 2K 2026. I'm fucking around. I'm fucking with Angel Reese.
did we talk about that, by the way?
Yes, I think we did.
Um,
No, I don't think we did. We talked about her winning the award, the SB. I don't think we talked about her being on the cover of NBA 2K.
really? Oh, okay. I think we talked about the RG3 thing.
Yeah.
Because then he retweeted that or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's she's on the cover, man.
Yeah.
People got upset about that, but I'm like, all right. I just don't get like how I'm starting to think companies are just trying to play into the war at this point by boosting one player up over the other. There's really no reason not to have Caitlyn and Angel Reese both on the cover. But you think if they can only choose one, it would have to be Caitlyn, right? I think exactly
it down or something.
But now that could be the case. She might have turned. We don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
But it does seem like companies are trying to play up the beef and make it more of what it is. So I don't know.
Yeah, I would have pulled the 50 Cent versus Kanye type deal.
If they were smart,
face to face, like they about to box.
If they were smart, they could, and that's the annoying thing because they could easily milk this and make the WNBA huge off this beef. But everybody in the league wants to downplay it. Yeah. I'm like, y'all better Jordan versus Bird this shit. Y'all better have video games. There was a Jordan versus Bird, or it was Jordan versus Bird. But y'all better Magic Johnson versus Bird this shit. Y'all better put them against each other, have a video game of just them playing each other. Y'all can milk for millions.
They got to go old school. Remember that old school? Was it Bulls versus Blazers game?
Yeah,
or Lakers. I forgot what game, but yeah, they got to go that route with it.
Yes, they could make so much money and so much merch if they just played into it, but they don't want to. Man, they want to shoot themselves in the foot and have integrity, which I guess I respect. But
yeah, while we on the WNBA, we ain't gotta stay here long. But how you feel? So they had the All-Star game last week. How you feel about them rocking the shirts and saying, "Pay us what you owe us"?
I mean, I had no problem with it, man. I don't know. I didn't really think anything of it. I wasn't mad at it. I'm not gonna take a fucking company's side over the workers. I'm not that kind of person, man. I'm like, I always support the workers and the people over the faceless corporations and people who rake in the profits. And from what I hear, their requests are reasonable. Everybody wants to talk about the revenue's not this much, but the problem is they're not getting the same percentage of the revenue that men's sports get. And if they just got that, they're probably a little more secure and not have to go to Russia like Brittany Griner did and get fucked up over there. So I have no issue with it, but this is one of those things where people just get mad or looking for something to get mad at, I guess, because I really had no issue with it. I didn't see what the big deal was.
I think the one thing I don't understand, because it seems like it's getting out of control with people whenever stuff like this happens, people say, oh, y'all should be kissing Caitlin Clark's feet because it wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. It's just like, I know that I understand that's a big part of it. I get it. But like, man, like, I just put yourself in no player's shoes. You think they just gonna be sitting there thanking Caitlin Clark all day long for every little thing? Like, come on, man. Like, these women in this league are grown and they all got a job to do, including Caitlin Clark. So I just don't like that part of it where, you know, they wearing the shirts and they saying it should be saying pay Caitlin Clark instead of us. It's just like, come on, man. What sense do that make?
That's like, and no men's sport would ever do anything like that either. That's the annoying thing, because I think people have this revisionist history that players in the NBA like Michael Jordan when he was playing. They didn't, man. Michael Jordan made the NBA what it is today. It started with Magic and Bird, but once that ended, nobody was there to carry the torch but Michael Jordan. and he made the game international. He made the game way bigger into what it is today, basically. And that's like saying, oh, Clyde Drexler should have been kissing his ass. The Supersonic Charles Barkley should have been thanking him left and right for getting paid more money and all this stuff. Nah, man, it's competition. You're not going to kiss the opponent's ass and say thank you for getting us more money. You're here to compete, man. And they're supposed to think they're better than her, even though it's not the case for a lot of them. They're supposed to think they're better than her. So if you're an athlete and you're competing, you're not going to be kissing nobody's ass.
Yeah, it's the same thing when they whenever she get foul hard and she come up limping, Caitlin Clark come up limping. Oh, why would they do that? They shouldn't be doing that. It's like, come on, man. Like, they playing freaking basketball, bro.
Yes.
You think they gonna sit there and try to lay off of her because she's bringing the attention to the WNBA? So we don't want to do nothing to make that not happen. It's just like, dog, come on, man. Like, sometimes, like, I don't even think people be trying to be funny. It'd be one thing if you're trying to be funny with it, but it's like, dog, do you really believe this?
And it's annoying. That's another thing that only happens in women's sports. Number one, the fact that they only show the fouls on Caitlin and don't show any other ones. So we don't know. Most people don't watch the WNBA. So I'm sure if you watch a game, those fouls seem like nothing in the context of the fucking game. There's people getting bumped and people getting thrown and hurt a lot in the in basketball, man. You're competing, people defending you. You're going to get knocked in your ass a few times.
Damn.
And if those highlights happen in the NBA, nobody would give a fuck. Because that shit happens all the time in men's sports, man. That's like getting mad at somebody getting tackled. This is something we're used to saying, but I guess since it's women, people feel a certain type of way, like they're fragile, need to be protected. They don't need to be getting hit or getting hurt. They know what they signed up for. Yeah. And they're there to play and they're there to compete. So treat them like professional athletes and stop treating them like they're your daughter.
Yeah.
It's just weird, man.
Just imagine somebody foul LeBron hard. Oh, why they foul him hard? They should be thanking him.
You should let him drive to the lane, man.
Yeah. Sound crazy.
No, it 100% is. David said it's weird when athletes on TV have regular salaries. Yeah, you see what some of them getting paid, and it's like you could have been doing something else and getting more money. Dude,
Caitlin Clark is making, I think, $75K a year.
Yeah. Now she's clearly making a lot more off endorsements, but
but
that base salary is crazy.
Her WNBA salary is $75K, or rookie salary is $75K.
Yeah.
And I think even if she was to get like a max contract, like I don't even think it'd be it maybe be over $1 million. I don't even know if it'd be $1 million a year. So I'm like, man, that's kind of wild. To me, it's hard to, like, I ain't in the WNBA pockets or anything, but it's really hard to try to look at them and say, oh, you know what? The most we could pay you was $500,000. Like, dog, y'all, like, you sure about that? Sometimes some of that stuff is hard to believe. I'm not saying they need to be making $56 million a year or something like that, but you should be making more than a teacher salary.
Yeah, and that's a crazy thing. You look at an NBA player and their salaries, and it's like, okay, there's nothing you could do in life reasonably that would get you more money than this. But the WNBA, you look at them, and it's like, all right, you could have been a doctor, you could have been something reasonably, you could have got a better paying job than this, and not have to risk injury.
College for 4 years.
Yeah. So, yeah, you gotta. I don't know. I think they'll make it right. I think they're still in the process of trying to build off this whole surge of the WNBA. It's going to take a few years, but I think they will make it right. So we'll see how it goes. YouTube Droid says, just got off. Going to have to go back and see what y'all said about the new Tyler and Gibbs. We're actually just getting into that. We spent about an hour talking about celebrity deaths and WNBA for some reason. But
I would like to know what was we killing you with the Hogan talk. Like I don't know if you pro Hogan or
yeah,
against
you got to
Hogan.
clarify your position there, brother.
Yeah, because I think we tried to keep it clean as possible. We weren't talking crazy or nothing.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah, brother. Oh heck yeah. So I guess now we can get into the new music, man. We get into the new music. Several surprise drops. Oh, you said bumping the Jeezy. Yeah, that shit was hilarious, man. I figured that was what he was talking about. 100s on the table, 20s on the floor. So new music dropped. He was in his cubicle dying. All right, so new music dropped. Tyler the Creator dropped a surprise album, which is kind of crazy because I think he's still on tour. And he dropped an album, pretty short, called "Don't Touch the Glass." Don't tap the glass. I'm sorry. Let me look up the info. I should have had it pulled up already. It's pretty short. I remember it was only, I won't say, like, was it even 10 songs? Yeah. It is, yes, 10 songs exactly. It's under 30 minutes. So a very short album, and one song is basically a skit. So it's more like non-actual music tracks on here. Kind of more dance inspired, I feel. Kind of more him getting in his, I don't want to call it EDM, but more kind of funky, dancey kind of bag here. Yeah. He did drop a video for Stop Playing With Me with some celebrity cameos. Rich Paul, LeBron, and Clips all look like they were kind of held hostage. But while Tyler was dancing in a room with some kind of 80s b-boy outfit on, a tracksuit and shit, just dancing, doing his thing. So, yeah, Figgy, what were your thoughts about this new surprise Tyler the Creator album?
You want my honest thoughts, man?
Yes.
This album wasn't for me, man.
Oh, you're Mal with it. Damn, man.
Yeah.
Mal, you and Mal on the same shit.
Yeah, I think maybe because I wasn't in the dancing mood or anything. Maybe I got to go to a club to hear this. But off of first list, first of all, I got fooled by the first track list that was out there. It was a track list floating around that had, I think he had Kendrick on there, he had Clips on there, he had Earl Sweatshirt. Like, holy shit. And he ended up tweeting that and saying this is a fake track list. So I'm like, oh damn. So that kind of blew it for me a little bit, but I was still excited because I'm a fan of Tyler the Creator. But when I heard the first couple songs, I'm like, okay, this is the type of time he on. And I think he tweeted something else too, pretty much trying to clarify, like, hey, this is the type of time I'm on. I think he gave people a heads up. I still didn't know what to expect. And when I heard it, I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, this ain't for me, man. I don't know. It's too dancey, I guess. Like, I just don't see myself playing that in the car. So, I ain't gonna sit here and say it's trash and all that shit. Maybe it's ahead of my time right now. But that album wasn't for me, man. I ain't take nothing off of that album and put it in my playlist.
I thought it was okay. As soon as I heard the first song, I heard the video first. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be one of those albums. I didn't really hate it though, man. There were some songs I liked. I liked the Ring 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 song. Sounded a lot like, I could tell the Michael Jackson Off the Wall influence in there. I like the song Don't Tap the Glass Glass. I like the tweaking part, the second part of that song. I like that a lot. That was hard. Sucker Free was all right. The Stop Playing With Me, I'm not a huge fan of. Tough Talk from Tyler just don't really hit me in general. all this shit, I get he's a rapper, he's doing his thing, but it just don't really hit for me in general. But I thought it was okay, man. I thought it was better than I expected because I saw the video and I was like, yeah, but the album wasn't bad. But I do think it's something you have to be in the mood for. I think if you're expecting more hippity hop Tyler, you're not going to get it with this one. It's clearly more dance, something maybe in a club or whatever he's kind of atmosphere he's going for. I'll bet it sounds great live. I'll bet you this album will sound great on his show, on his tour.
Yeah.
But I think in headphones, when you're not in a super festive mood, it's not really going to do anything for you. So I get it.
Yeah, I try and see. I tried to listen to it. I listened to it without the headphones first, a little bit of it, and I was like, nah. And then I gave it another shot with the headphones, and it sound cool, but I'm just like, nah, this ain't. You know, I don't think it's any reason for me to go back to it.
Yeah, look, I probably won't either, but there are a couple songs that I like. I might put them in the playlist, but in general, yeah, I mean, it was nice to get new music from Tyler, so I'm not going to complain about it. I don't think it was bad, but I do think it's something you have to be really in the mood for. So,
yeah.
Other new music, we have a new single from Drake. I guess it's going to be off his new upcoming Iceman album. It is with Central Cee, who, you know, he's doing his whole UK rappers are better than American ones. And of course, maybe he was just trying to hype up this new track he's got with Central Cee. I'm not going to lie. I played this song for about a few seconds and turned it off. I really wasn't in the mood for it, man. Once I saw it was clearly going to be a dance song, one of them songs for the teens, as he says, I turned it off. I just wasn't in the mood, man. Did you hear the song and did you like it?
I kind of did something similar to you. I heard the first couple seconds and I'm like, And so what I did, I skipped ahead a little bit to see what it sounded like. And it was clearly dance type shit. And I'm just like, nah, they can have that one. But I did have a takeaway because we didn't bring this up when we talked about the first song he released with that stream and all that stuff, and he driving the Iceman truck. Oh, I was wondering, I was confused. I'm like, is that his real accent? The way he was talking?
Yeah.
And you know, I think I tweeted that, and shout out to our guy Walker, who run the Beltway Boys page, and he was saying that's how they talk in Toronto. And so I'm like, really? I'm like, I was so confused because when he first came out, he was not talking like that. He was he had a little Southern drawl to him. Like he sounded like either from Houston or from the South somewhere. But then now, like because when I heard that video, he was to me, he was sounding like he was Caribbean or Jamaican or something. And and people were sitting there saying that's how people in Toronto talk. I'm like, what? I never heard that. So listening to this song, he was sounding just like that, like he had some type of accent. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. I'm like, how do he actually sound, man? Because he got like 3 or 4 different accents.
We know how Drake sounds. He sounds like he sounded when he was on Degrassi, man. Come on, that is the real Drake. All these fake accents that came later on, that's not really him. We know what the real Drake looks like. He was famous before he got into rap, and that's how he sounds, man. So we've heard him talk out. He's put out videos of him talking in meetings, and he sounds
white.
Yes, I didn't want to say it, but he does sound very white.
Or sound Jewish.
Yeah, he sounds like his upbringing. I'll say that much. And so, yeah, all this stuff is these fake accents. That's not how he talks, man. I'll give him credit for keeping it up, and like that's actually like an acting skill to be able to switch accents like that, and they're so way different from how he usually sounds too. But that's not his real talk. That's not how he sounds when he goes and talks to his mother. Come on now. It's ridiculous. But so yeah, I can clearly say we both did not like this song. And this is why I'm not gonna allow myself to get hyped up for this album, even though I like the What Did I Miss song. I'm not gonna allow myself to think, oh, rap Drake gonna kill it. Rap Drake is back. No, because I'm sure half of the album at least is gonna be songs like this. And
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that from Drake.
What type of lyrics you think you're gonna get from Drake in this album? Because somebody made a good point. Because mind you, this is post Kendrick and Drake beef, and somebody mentioned that you probably gonna get a lot of Drake lyrics, pretty much saying how everybody's against him. Like not even the thing where it's like, "Hey, I'm past that," or "I'm talking about something else," or what he said. I think what he said earlier. We done with that beef shit. We talking about girls or whatever he said. Do
Fuck
you
a
feel
rap
like,
beef from trying to get the party lit or something like that.
yeah. Do you think we gonna get more of a Drake against the world type feel where you feel like he can't trust nobody and everybody's against him?
I think for some songs, I think we'll also get the "I'm an unbothered rapper. I just signed this multi-billion-dollar deal," or whatever the fuck he gonna lie about. "I just redid my jet. He's gonna talk about suing a label and getting money off that, probably, if he can rap about that. I don't know legally if he can, but we're gonna get everything. We're gonna get him talking about his family, I'm sure, and his son. We're gonna get everything with Drake, because Drake talks about everything that goes on in his life. I don't think he's ever going to have an album where he just talks about one thing or has a theme, even for one song. So, it will be every Drake we get on here, but there will definitely be a vibe of what happened after the beef and the fact that his friends turned on him and he can't trust nobody.
Yeah,
But it will also be mixed in between love songs and complaining about women's songs and all that bullshit. I don't even call them love songs. Drake really don't make love music. Which is the crazy thing.
Yeah, he make R&B music or dance hall type music, but it'd be like on some Dirty Matt type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't like that's the weird part about it. Like when I think of love songs, I think of something you could make love to or get in the mood to. Here's when you listen to it, it'd be like, "Fuck that nigga."
Yeah. And one thing I realized, he likes to sing from the perspective of a woman. He does that quite a bit. He's like, you got your hair and your nails did. You going out. It's summer vacation. You gonna get lit. Shit like that. He likes to rap from the perspective of a woman. And
honestly, that's kind of his audience. I know you got more of the dudes out here defending him and stuff, but that's why he's where he is now, man, because all of these girls listen to that on a good beat and they can relate to that. Like, going with your Chanel bag, girl, and that Birkin bag. It's just like, girls, that's some shit that girls will post.
But here's my question, because I've been wondering about this too. Does Drake actually have a really big female audience, or is it mainly because when I think of women who are really into Drake, they're like the IG hoes. They're not the regular women really with regular jobs. It's usually women who be posting little thirst traps on Instagram and going on mysterious vacations to Dubai all of a sudden. It's not like a regular women. So I do wonder, does Drake really have a large female audience, or is it just the most visible female audience we see on social media that likes his music?
I think he has a I think what you said, he do have that audience, but he also had the women that kind of want to be in that audience too, or be in that type of lifestyle. That they might not have the Birkin bag and all that, but they want a nigga who will get them a Birkin bag and that type of stuff. Kind of be messy and have some Instagram caption type lyrics. I think those girls still listen to Drake. I don't even know what to classify the dudes that just go crazy for Drake, man. Like, not even trying to be disrespectful or anything like that, but I don't even know what to classify them as.
Yeah, they're not really hip hop fans because they usually don't talk about anybody else but Drake. It seems like.
It seems like when they do talk about him, they talk about other R&B artists. So they talk about him, and then they say Party Next Door got a dope album, and Brent Fires have. It seems like they kind of in that little world of people that I don't want to say can't sing, but some of the R&B artists that's not like a real singer, if that makes sense.
Yeah, which is like everybody basically in R&B now. I don't think anybody can really sing anymore.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother discussion. But yeah, man, I don't know. Drake, the thing is, a lot of Kendrick fans at least seem like they like rap music. A lot of the Drake fans, at least the ones you see online, feel like they only really like the mainstream, like the Lil Babies and the Gunnas and Drake and shit like that. All the people in the same orbit. But I don't think they're really fans of, lyrical rap in general, which is kind of crazy because Drake is lyrical. Like he can rap, but they don't seem to be really fans of that kind of rap. So
yeah,
he always says that the guys that like those girls, yeah, I think that's a bit of it too.
I think, they kind of they probably all talking to each other too.
Yeah.
Listen, so I also think I guess those type of dudes, it's funny because whenever they weigh in on somebody like a Kendrick or Eclipse, they say, like that song don't go up in the club. I'm like, damn, you just looking for something to shake your ass to? Like that's all you looking for? It seems like they very critical on people like Pusha T or people that have lyrics, like straight up lyrics, because it's like, oh, you can't dance to that, or how can you dance to this? It's just like, man, I'm like, all right, I guess you're looking for something to dance to.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I feel like these people be saying that don't even be outside like that. They just want to pump up the song and say, oh, you gotta be, you ain't outside.
You gotta be in Greece to
hear. You gotta be in Italy in a club that nobody ever heard of.
Yeah.
Like, all right, man. Another thing I think about Drake's fans, I feel like a lot of them probably live vicariously through him. Because if you think about it, Drake is like the square nigga's dream his entire life. If you're a regular guy, a guy who's just didn't grow up in the streets, had a decent upbringing, he is proof that you can fake it till you make it. You can really just become a different person, and as long as people co-sign it, then you good. Yeah. So I do feel like there's a bit of that too. If you're a regular dude, you look at Drake and you're like, yeah, he's one of us, man. He made it. If he could do it, I could do it. I'm gonna just start talking like I'm like I'm from Third Ward, dog. Fuck it.
So you saying Drake is the guy that was sitting at the table with the nerds, and he got invited to the cool table?
100%. That's exactly what happened.
So the nerds at the table, like,
yay, rooting for him.
Yeah. So now when they see him, they try to talk to him. Drake got like, you don't know. And like, dude, you changed.
Yeah, what happened? Dog, let's go to my house and play.
Building a rocket ship.
They asked him to go come over and play Super Smash Brothers, and he won't play anymore. He said, nah, dog. Let's go play Mario Kart, bro. Nah, man.
We used to play Mario Kart every Friday, bro. You're like, man, I got this party to go to.
Yeah. You see him with hoes and shit. Like, who is that? I don't know that nigga. You want an autograph? Or I'd have got you, bro. Yeah, man. He switched up on him, but they still champion him. So, other music that came out, and that's actually surprised me because I thought it was coming out later. Freddie Gibbs and Alfredo Alchemist dropped a new album, Alfredo 2, the sequel to their other album that came out. I didn't bump this yet. I'm not gonna lie, man. I heard the first few songs and I'm like, I gotta be in the mood for this because there was something JPEG Mafia said. He's another rapper that's kind of makes crazy music, and he also goes on these weird rants, almost like Kanye. But there's something he said that is kind of true. He basically said that Earl Sweatshirt and Alchemist just be making the same song over and over again. And I'm like, it's kind of true. Alchemist do be making the same type of shit. You almost know exactly what you're going to hear when you got a new Alchemist album come out.
Yeah.
Almost exactly, it's going to be some old soul sample you ain't never heard of with no drums on it or limited drums, and it's going to be what it is.
Yeah, shout out to our guy Tab. Tab was an anti-Alchemist. Like he didn't like the songs without the drums and all that shit. And that's pretty much what you got in this album, man. So I actually listened to it. I didn't finish it, but I got halfway through it, and it's exactly what you think it is, man. Yeah. It's Alchemist. You know what you get from him. You know what you get from Freddie Gibbs. I thought it was cool. There's a couple songs that I actually liked that I had to run back. Let me find it real quick. And surprisingly, in this album, he actually addressed some things in here that I was kind of shocked. I didn't think he was going to address some stuff like that. But it's I think it's a song. It's track 11 called "Lavish Habits." I actually kind of like that song. He did in that song. He did address of. This is hilarious. This I know how much of a fool he is. He said he mentioned not Alchemist. He mentioned Academics, DJ Academic. And he said that fat bastard. He said I'm gonna grab his titties. That fat bastard. He said when I see him, I'm gonna grab his titties. That fat bastard. And then he mentioned who was it? Gunna. And he said Gunna mentions this. He said Gunna mentioned my name or said something about me, and then he snitched and called him a rat bastard.
Yeah. I forgot they had a little beef going on for a little bit.
I did too. And he addressed some other things too. He addressed Jim Jones and Benny the Butcher. I guess that Miami incident with Jim Jones, and then I guess the incident with Benny the Butcher. So he addressed a couple things in here. So I'm like, okay, I was kind of shocked. I thought he was just gonna let that slide because I think he released the album before, and didn't. I don't think he addressed anything like this.
The thing that surprised me is I heard he dissed Currency.
Yeah,
I didn't even know they fell off.
I was gonna get to that too. Yeah, he mentioned. Damn, I wish I could find the lyrics, but he pretty much mentioned something about Fetty. Like I've been like Fetty. I carry Fetty or something like that. Yeah, that kind of disappointed me a little bit because I like that Fetty album. And
yeah, he said could have ran that Fetty by myself, bitch. I'm the best with Al. Bitch, keep it a G. We on like part 3, nigga. Go start up a Chevy. Don't start me, nigga.
Yeah, that kind of disappointed me a little bit. I was hoping to get a Fetty part 2. But I'm kind of curious what happened though. I wonder what happened. If they fell out or why did they fall out and all that.
The only thing I've seen is Freddie was pissed because Currency didn't do anything for the album outside of just record his verses. He didn't do any videos with Freddie. He didn't want to tour with it. Apparently, he didn't want to do any kind of promo. He just did the verses and moved on. And I think Freddie wanted to promo it more and maybe go on tour with it. And from what I gather, that's what his beef is with it. I'm still disappointed that he went this far and dissed him.
Yeah.
Maybe there's more to it. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Freddie Gibbs is now just that guy. He's just that guy who has issues with everybody.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because that Fetty album was really good. And now, obviously, we're not going to get another one. So,
yeah.
Now, do you think when a producer is mentioned like this, do you think that kind of puts them in a side on the beef? Do you think it's kind of that now? Does it feel like Al got beef with Currency now too? You think Currency can't do an album with Alchemist anymore?
Honestly, it usually go like that because we see an instance where somebody did a song for somebody. It was ended up being a diss track where the other artist stopped really fucking with that person. But it seemed like Alchemist is so cool with all of these guys, where he clearly don't have a side to it like that. So I don't think they will have an issue. I don't think these artists will have an issue with that. Hell, Alchemist did a song for Kendrick Lamar that was a gruesome ass,
Yeah.
a fucking gruesome ass diss song. And yeah, so I don't think so. I wouldn't think so. But yeah, I'm not sure though, man. I'm not sure. It seemed like Al kind of stay out of the way a little bit. So yeah, I don't think so. If anything, I think the artist will probably feel some type of way and say, I ain't fucking with none of them then.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it usually go. It's like I ain't fucking with none of them. That's probably why we didn't get like an early. I don't think we got an early Jay-Z and Alchemist music, did we? I don't think we got nothing like that, did we?
Nah, not that I can remember.
Yeah. And that probably had something to do with them, you know, him being heavy with Mobb Deep. So you might have Jay-Z that's probably being petty a little bit. But yeah, I wouldn't think with Alchemist, I don't think that's the case. But like I said, sometimes these artists be super sensitive, man, where they just say, oh, I ain't fucking with him because he made that beat. And most of the time, it could be Alchemist just sending him a nice little beat pack, and he hearing it for the first time like us. And I think that's how he heard his beat to the Kendrick song. I think that was his first time hearing it. I don't think he knew it was going to be a diss song.
Yeah, and that's another thing that annoys me about Freddie Gibbs, that he drags people into beefs he has with other people. Because he did this with Madlib. Basically, he was on an interview and he said that the stuff he's done with Madlib is better than what MF Doom did with Madlib. And he basically said he thought he was a better rapper than MF Doom. And Madlib was there in the interview and he just didn't say anything. He was just smiling like, yeah, come on, man. But dog, this is before MF Doom died, by the way. So it wasn't disrespectful like that. But still, you putting him in a very awkward position when you're bringing up his name and saying, hey, I make the best music with this producer, not you, who also works with him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just kind of strange behavior on his part that I'm not a fan of. Like, if you got beef with somebody, just keep it between y'all. Don't say, oh, I'll make the best music with Alchemist, not you. Because Alchemist chasing the bag too, man. I'm sure he got no beef with Currency.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, it made me think about something that relates to me with the whole, you know, In the Loop and Landlocked, where it's just like he might have an issue with somebody on the show, but he firing off at somebody at the show. So I'm just like, whoa, wait a minute, like I'm part of this show too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very unfortunate, and it's just like, damn, why you doing this? Like I can't, you know, I'm not here to choose sides or anything. Especially if it's somebody I'm working with currently.
Yeah.
So that type of stuff do be happening, man.
A lot. And it's always weird behavior, man. Like I said, say names if you're going to say names, and just keep it between y'all. But don't say, you know, if there's a group and people that you're involved with and you're cool with that person, don't just shotgun everybody, including your friend, on it. So
yeah, just like as a friend, I would just not say anything.
Exactly.
I'm like, that's your man's. Y'all that's y'all thing. Like me and him got something, but I ain't gonna involve you in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me make it clear. It's not not about you.
Yep. David says on YouTube, Fetty has one of Currency's funniest ad-libs where he complains about having to rap federal photographers like a tongue twister on the blow. I could hear it in his voice too. While he's talking about jets and whatever the fuck he be rapping about. And Droid says all his beef is kind of why I fell off on Gibbs, honestly. Yeah, he's one of those rappers who the less you know about him, the better. Honestly. If you don't follow him on social media, he's one of the best out there doing it. If you do, he's fallen several notches and ranks below because of that. It annoys you. It annoys me, man. I was a fan. I liked a lot of Freddie Gibbs music for a while, but I kind of fell off on it just because he got very annoying on social media, and I had to unfollow and block him and mute him.
It's so much stuff, man. It's from videos, seeing them get jumped, him going back and forth with different rappers, him going back and forth with academics, and then the baby mamas and the pictures, and they leaking his pictures and all that shit. It make you like, I'm cool on supporting this guy. Like just off the strength of his baby mama or whoever, his ex-girl leaking his explicit pictures.
Yeah, that was rough. That was really bad.
It was on the internet calling that man Freddie Gibbs.
Oh, that was fucking disgusting, man. I don't see any defense for taking a
How
picture.
can you recover from that? I know you can recover from anything, but
it was rough.
Listening to this music to sing.
It really ain't been the same, man. And I'll never forgive. I had to block JPEG Mafia because JPEG Mafia, I had avoided that picture for a long time, and then he just posted it. And I fucking saw it, so I had to block him. That shit pissed me off.
Man.
But yeah, with him, it's just one thing after another. And it started with the whole Jeezy thing. You know, he dissed Jeezy because he was signed to him, and then he said he didn't do enough for his career and whatnot. Like, I get it. But he stayed on the Jeezy beat for a long time. And that it got old pretty quick because Jeezy never said nothing about him really publicly. Yeah. And you talk about pulling up, Gucci Mane pulled up to your birthday party and all this shit. Like, oh, you gossiping now? All this shit he was going off on, it got very old. And then when you think he's finally done, he just moves on to some other beef. And it gets old, man. So just he's a good artist. He's a good rapper. Makes good music. Just keep it there. That's all I ask, but he won't.
Yeah.
David said Gangsta Gibbs and Gangsta Pill era was real good. Yeah, before he started rapping on Alchemist beats, he was cold too, man. Before he got into that kind of bag with the Mad Lib beats too. And Joy says Pinata was amazing. Yeah, it was really good. I liked both the Bandana and Pinata. But it's not better than no fucking Mad Villain, all right? Don't sit here and tell me any of those albums was better or more iconic than MF Doom and Mad Lib's Mad Villain. There's no underground album that's gonna beat that.
Yeah. Nah, with you on that. Do you feel like this has been a conversation on social media too? Do you feel like Freddie Gibbs makes better music than J. Cole or have a better discography than J. Cole? That been floated out there. I tried to stay away from it. I feel like they're two totally different things.
They really are. And now I'm gonna be real. I like Freddie Gibbs way better as a rapper, but he does not make music you'll ever hear outside of his albums. J. Cole has music that's been played in commercials. He's had music that's been played in the NBA finals and shit. Like he can actually make music with hooks and he can actually make songs that the mainstream fucks with. Yeah. I don't think Freddie Gibbs can make mainstream music. He's never really even tried. Maybe he did earlier in his career, but he makes music for hip hop heads and people who like coke rap. That's really it, man. He's not the same tier of and J. Cole can kind of do both. I'll give him his credit. He can do both. He can make hippity hop records and he can make mainstream hits when he wants to. And Freddie Gibbs really can't do that. So I can't say Freddie Gibbs is better. Even though I like his music more, I think he's a better lyricist. I can't say he's a better artist than J. Cole, honestly, with a straight face.
Do you think he got the better body of work, though?
Yes. That's just personal preference. I like Freddie Gibbs' music more than J. Cole's.
Okay.
You?
I will honestly, I think they two totally different things too, because I felt like J. Cole was in a space and probably still is in a space. He's in that mainstream space where I don't know J. Cole can just do a whole project with Alchemist and then do a whole project with Mad Lib or stuff like that. I feel like Freddie Gibbs is more underground, so he can do these type of projects and or do a collab with Currency and stuff like that. J. Cole, I think he been in a space for years where it was more mainstream all the time. So, like my personal preference body of work would be Freddie Gibbs, but I think J. Cole was, it's just tough trying to compare those two, man. You're comparing a commercial artist versus an underground artist. And I'm sure the underground artist got a little more say so and kind of could do whatever he wants versus the commercialized artist that, you can't he probably can't drop an album or a project twice a year or something like that.
It's like Nelly versus Raekwon. You can't really compare those types of rappers, man. Yeah. Now, Raekwon is the better rapper, but Nelly got anthems, dog. He got huge songs.
Yeah, or that's like, comparing it to like a Gucci Mane who could just drop whatever mixtape he want. He can collab whatever producer he wants and just drop a mixtape versus a commercialized artist that can't just drop a mixtape like that. They got to be strategic.
Yep.
And they got to go platinum, by the way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it ain't just no street shit. You got to go platinum.
Yeah, there are expectations when you're that level of rapper.
Yeah.
So nobody will ever say, "Oh, Freddie Gibbs flopped," because there's no expectation for him to sell a lot. It's really the best place to be if you're an artist. Mm-hmm. J. Cole, if he drops and it's lower than other rappers who dropped that year, he flopped.
Yeah.
So it's the expectations you got when you're that level of rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Other things that happened this week. So we'll talk about, I guess Taylor Rooks can come first. Taylor Rooks, the black male community is in shambles right now. We are very depressed. Everybody is, taking personal time to deal with the situation best they can, protecting their mental health. Because Taylor Rooks, the sports reporter, has gotten married. Yes, she is. She's gone. She's off the market.
Wait, hold on. She was in a relationship all this time?
That's what surprised me too, because I just saw her bigging up Drake in his new little thing. So I was like, I did not know. But yeah, it was apparently some regular guy too. I think he's in law or something. So yeah, regular degular.
Yeah. He was a light-skinned nigga.
Yeah. It was now look, it didn't make me as mad as Keke Palmer, because when I saw Keke Palmer's boyfriend, he was a super regular guy, and that pissed me off because I'm like, we all had a chance. This guy is at least okay. He's probably moving in those circles where it's like, okay, we couldn't get there, but Keke Palmer just got some guy. I don't even know how they met, but it really felt like if I saw her in the right situation, maybe I would have had a chance, man. Maybe if I was super confident that day, maybe it would have happened. But so yeah, Taylor Rooks is married. Now a lot of people were happy that the guy is black. This is a funny mentality to have, man. But they're very happy because I remember there were rumors that she was dating Jack from Twitter. She was seen out with him a few times.
Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah, I think not that long ago, people kind of assumed that she was into white men and was dating, and probably with a white dude. So that kind of, I didn't know if it was true or not, but that kind of turned me off. Like, she probably ain't no brother got no chance with her. Not even the basketball players that be smiling and grinning in front of her.
We thought she was another one of what was that? The woman who married Dave McMenamin.
Oh, Malika Andrews.
Yeah, Malika Andrews. Yeah, we thought she was another Malika Andrews. Just disappointed us, man.
Yeah.
But she got with a brother. I don't know why people are happy, but that's the sidebar. That's a very weird thing to be happy about.
Yeah.
I'm glad she married a black man. Why?
Yeah.
This is just the weird mentality we have. Like, that's a win for us. Nah, man. That
is not a win. Look, I guess it's cool. I guess it kind of show her personality, but nah, man, that ain't no win for nobody but him.
Exactly. That's like, we hit it.
Yeah. It's crazy because I had so many questions, because obviously she is not really she don't really share a lot of stuff on social media, but the one thing that she did share that was personal was her in a wedding dress. But them two walking out, I'm like, what? And I was surprised to see all the people that was there too. My dude, shout out to my dude Ron. He texted the question in saying, how many guys or players at that wedding you think she done smashed?
See, that's fucked up, man. All right, that's fucked up. Just because she's attractive means she got to smash every. I would respect her a lot less if that was actually true. I would respect her a lot less if she smashed any NBA players, because that's just some nasty shit to do when you're covering a league. I had no problem with her smashing like celebrities and whatever. You know,
Yeah.
I think Drake definitely hit, but she's a super Drake fan. But in general, I would respect her a lot less if she actually smashed any NBA player, because that's just that's your job. You don't mix that shit.
Yeah, you really don't hear that either. You don't really hear about a lot of reporters because it seemed like they really strict on that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I kind of feel bad for the ladies who's in this industry too, because they go through that. But I'm wondering how many reporters that actually do get caught up in some stuff like that.
I think on a national level, very few. I could be wrong, but I think in their industries, like, reporters probably fuck with each other all the time. Yeah, I've seen it. I worked in the newsroom. I've seen it, but it's very, very messy to involve what you're covering and your personal life. And that's like a journalist no. You don't mix that. If you're covering the NBA, you can't be in a relationship with an NBA player. That's just very, very bad form, and it just stinks. You can't be doing that shit. And I think it's kind of fucked up to assume she just fucked everybody. You know, it's possible I don't know what she did to get on the platform as big as she got. She did rise very quickly. I remember the first days of Taylor Rooks, and I've been following her career for a while, and she kind of blew up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But I don't think she was smashing Kevin Durant and all these people she was covering, man. Or I just don't believe it. I got to see some proof, because NBA players are messy too. You would have heard something.
Yeah.
Dragon said he meant Joy Taylor. Now, I wouldn't put that past Joy Taylor. We know she got a history of doing what she got to do. But I don't think she's ever actually been a reporter, like, covering. Has she? Maybe she started that way. I can't remember her actually covering the league. Yeah.
But shoot, with all that stuff coming out, it would surprise me if she was a reporter, like, currently. If she had her chance with somebody who an athlete who had a lot of money, well, I think she'll take that chance. I don't think she go take integrity or journalism integrity and stuff like that. It seemed like she trying to get to that bag and try to get to the top.
Yeah, and you have to remember how quickly Taylor Rooks got out the podcast with Joy Taylor. They were doing the podcast together, and the allegations came, and suddenly she went on the podcast no more.
Yeah. Did you hear her trying to clean that up too?
I did. What'd she say?
She pretty much said she was busy. Her schedule was busy, wasn't lining up with Joy's her schedule and all that stuff. So I'm just like, all right. So y'all had that podcast for like 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden just stopped once all that stuff started happening.
No, the funny thing is, clearly it was meant to be them two on the podcast. It wasn't like Joy Taylor had a podcast and said, "Hey, come on for a few episodes." No, it was clear the podcast was supposed to be them two the whole time. Yeah. And then the shit popped off, and now suddenly she's too busy to do it. Okay.
Yeah. Now Joy was she was at the wedding. She was shown in the pictures at the wedding. Yeah. I don't know if she was like a bridesmaid or what, but she was there. They was all dressed up in the black.
Yeah. So very devastating for us who thought we had a chance. But
it was funny on the timeline. People posting funny ass shit like, man. I seen somebody post the Dwayne scene from a different world.
Yep.
And added Taylor Rooks to it. But Yeah, no, that one, that's probably the most I ever seen people just the whole timeline just screwed up over something like this. Because usually some people get married or engaged or something like that. It's just like, oh man, but this one kind of broke the timeline a little bit.
Doug, I'm not gonna lie. I was probably more pissed about Mina Khan showing up pregnant out of nowhere. That messed me up because I didn't know she was dating anybody or married. I don't even know if she's married now. But she showed up pregnant one day and made a pregnancy announcement. And I was like, oh shit. That pissed me off. Because Mina seemed like a cool person to just be around and fuck around with. Taylor Rooks, I don't know, man. She might have a bad attitude behind the scenes. I don't know how she is. We don't really see enough of her. We just see what she, wants us to see. But I feel like Mina Khan is genuine. And yeah, that fucked me up. I'm like, damn, that was everybody. No, that's shit. That could have been mine, man. We could have had a beautiful half black, half Asian family. But
I saw her at Radio Row. I was
really?
I was trying to talk to her, but she got tied up or whatever. But I ran into her a couple times, and she looked down to earth. Some people just like, nah, I ain't even gonna try to bother them, but she looked down to earth to the point I was trying to get her to try to speak to her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, she seemed real super chill, man. And she knows she's funny. She actually has a sense of humor.
Yeah.
And she takes jokes well. So yeah, man, that kind of hurt me because you seemed super cool.
That one got you.
It did a little bit. I was like, damn it.
Was you the guy on the little moped?
Yeah, I had to who was it? Who was that Carl Thomas who was in the bathtub? Who was that I Don't Want to Know video?
What's that?
I want to say Carl Thomas, but he got into the bathtub with his clothes on and shit. He got into a full bath with his clothes on because he was crying about a girl.
Oh, that's Mario Winans.
Yeah, Mario Winans. That's right.
Yeah.
It was Mario something. Said, I don't want to know. He didn't want to know his girl was cheating. He wanted to live in the dark. And it was okay. He wasn't mad that she was cheating. He was mad that he found out.
Yeah.
That was the craziest video of all time, man.
Or you could be like Carl Thomas. You mentioned Carl Thomas. He was mad that the girl wanted to go back.
Oh, yeah. Chose her family.
Yeah. She said she did it for the kids, but what about me?
Look, that's a real nigga song, though, dog. That's a real. I can relate, man. That's a real nigga song, dog. We all now that sounds like a fucked situation, but it happens, man. And we all missed that one freak who was doing a little thing on the side, and then she had to go back and send her back. Damn, you missed that.
He said she wanted to go back to her family and do it for the kids. But what about me?
Real shit, man. Real shit. No, that's a real nigga song, man. That's something a lot of normal people can't really relate to, but us degenerates out here, it's hard.
The funny thing is, I remember that song as a kid. I had no idea that song was about that.
There's a lot of songs I didn't really understand in R&B until way later in life. So I didn't know what was that song? Too Close. You're making it hard. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Dog, I didn't know what that song was about. That song is about a girl dancing too much on you, you get an erection.
Yeah.
I did not know what the fuck that was about. I just thought it was a cool little dance song
when
I was a kid. And later on, I heard, like, y'all hear these lyrics?
Yeah, talk about next.
Yeah.
When you shaking on me.
Dog, and that song played every day on the radio. Every day, and nothing in it was censored. So I didn't know it was anything raunchy. I just thought it was a cool little song.
Yeah. Nah, it's a bunch of songs like that where it sounds so cool. The one song that I don't know if you heard of this dude named Avant.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Cleveland, by the way, too. I actually ran into him a couple times. But he had the one song, What he say? Every time I see you, I get a bad vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Great song. Great song.
I didn't realize that song was just shitting on the girl. We can't stand one another. I was just like, it just sounded like a cool little song you could make love to.
That was one of the craziest opening lyrics to
Yeah.
a song of all time. Every time I see you, I get a bad vibe.
I'm like, he was
Classic
serious.
song.
He was trying to pay some rent at that point with that line.
Dog, and that's what I miss. There used to be like regular nigga R&B shit we could relate to in our life, and now it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just older, but a lot of this shit these kids be singing about now, I can't really relate to. Man, maybe it's just getting older. But I feel like even these rappers, these singers will just sing about normal everyday situations, a breakup, linking back up with somebody you ain't been with in a long time, sneaking out with some married woman. This is like real nigga shit, dog. And now I don't know what they're singing about.
Yeah. He said, every time I see you, I
just
get a
thinking
bad
of
vibe.
someone else in between your thighs. Yeah, man.
And you thought you were slick, had tricks up your sleeve. I'm sick of your stupid ass. And I know you tired of me.
But now that we're separated, we can't. Yeah, man. That's a great song. Great song. Great song. Classic shit. I feel like run that back now. After this podcast, I'm gonna run that shit back.
You should watch the video, man. The video is hilarious because you got the dudes in the back seat with them. Like,
I don't even seen the video, or I probably have it. I just can't remember it.
Yeah, because after that first line where you say you get a bad vibe, the dudes in the back seat like, I'm gonna play it, but I ain't gonna play the music because I don't want to get us booted out of here.
Yeah, you'll get us. I keep getting these notifications on SoundCloud. Oh, this fucking 3-year-old episode's gonna get taken down because of copyright. All right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna check that out. Classic song, Separated by Avant. Classic song, classic petty song. I miss petty R&B. And Joy says side pieces have feelings too. Yeah, man. Yeah. And sometimes you're the side piece. Sometimes the person you're with is the side piece. But yeah, it's tough for everybody involved, man. I feel a little poke coming through. Ugh. That next song was insane, man. The kids listen to that song. That's insane. You can't be putting that shit out in front of kids.
Yeah. We was all dancing to that damn song.
Yeah.
Too.
Nobody knew. We were all none the wiser about what that song really meant.
I remember that song. Like, I remember that song being the first song they played when they opened the dance floor up in the wedding. I never thought about it like that.
Such a weird thing to make a song about, too.
Yeah.
Like, why? Who inspired that? That had to be just some shit that happened. That shit. You could tell this was just taken off of BET or something. This is not the official uploaded video. Yeah, man. They feeling that shit. Look at that. You think about that other dude. Look. That's what we all need. Y'all need a friend group that's just gonna be like, whatever you saying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too funny. Pulled up in the Escalade too. You chose him. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, classic R&B, man. What are you talking about? Oh, Taylor Rooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got married, and we're all depressed about that. So,
yeah.
Also, you hear about the T app.
Yeah, you been keeping up with what's been going on with the T app?
Yeah, it's been a crazy week for that app. It came out and already is fucked up.
Yeah.
So apparently, this app is an app for women to use where they talk about men and kind of reveal shit about men. I guess women can use it for dating. I guess the women create the profiles for the man and leave reviews, kind of like Yelp.
Yeah.
Or some shit. You know, they talk about their experiences, and I'm sure 90% of the reviews were negative.
Oh, 100%.
So it's basically for a crowdsourcing type of thing where women leave reviews about men, and women can check up if they're talking to somebody. They can look them up on the app and say, "Oh, is he problematic? Does he have a history? Has he been abusive?" And all that. Apparently, that app, it was very controversial when it was first announced. I'm surprised it even got released. That seems kind of crazy. I feel like that should be against terms of service for Apple Store and all that shit. But it was released and it's already been hacked, and not even complicated hacked. Apparently, they just had, number one, you have to upload your driver's license to create an account. Apparently,
That's a red flag.
yeah, instantly. I'm not, dog. When they done banned porn in Texas.
Yeah,
Now they ask you to upload your driver's license.
yeah.
And I'm like, I'm never gonna be that horny. All right. I'm never gonna upload any kind of government ID on a porn site. I don't know what y'all thought this was gonna be.
These porn sites don't even be fire like that no more.
No,
you get all the fire stuff on Twitter. If not, if you might get some free OnlyFans pages or something like that do the job. Man, like, nah, it's not worth uploading your ID.
No. Like, come on, man. What do y'all think? Do I really expect Pornhub to protect my information? Come on, dog. So yeah, that happened. But apparently you have to upload your driver's license to use this app. And of course, within a day, people found out that the security on this app is terrible. And anybody could access this information, the private information for them users. So all of it got uploaded, and everybody posted on the internet. Everybody posted some people did it, but they posted all the information about the users, and we could see where they're from. We got full IDs and state government IDs and shit. So now they can easily be victim of impersonation, and identity fraud. So yeah, it's kind of already blown up. But what are your thoughts about the concept? Were you cool with this, or do you think it was going too far?
Nah, I'm not cool with it, man. I think, and to be fair, I think the person that made it probably had good intentions, because it is some horror stories out there, women and men for that matter, just dating people and catfish and all that stuff. So I understand if you want some type of app where it's like, hey, did anybody know about this guy? This guy kind of acting weird, or he ghosted me or something like that. Like, I understand the point of that, but these girls out here messy, man. Just people who are messy, period. And I guarantee you most of the stuff on that app is probably lies, probably just trying to expose somebody. So I'm not down with that at all. And I'm definitely not down if you got to put your ID and all that stuff, or this is an app only for women. Like, huh? That's kind of a red flag right there. So I don't know. I think people who trying to jump on that app I think they just trying to be messy, man. Because I just don't get, like, I'm not trying to be Mario Winans where I don't want to know type deal, but I ain't trying to get on that app to try to see what's going on with my significant other. If you got to do all of that, and then I think on the app you could, I want to say you could do background checks on somebody and all that stuff. If you got to do all that from somebody you talking to, man, don't even talk to that person, man. Even you could be wrong as hell. If you just got that feeling where you like, I don't trust this guy or I don't trust this girl, just chalk it up as a loss. Go to somebody else, man. You doing all of this stuff on an app just to trying to so you could be happy? That's ridiculous, man.
No, I would assume it's 90% bitter women, because who else is gonna be? It's funny the way reviews work. Generally, if you have a great experience, you're not going to leave a review. But if you have a shitty experience, you're going to leave a review because you're like, man, this shit, I got to let everybody know. That's why they got to beg you. Every company you use for any kind of service or something, they got to beg you to leave a review. but they ain't got to beg you if you had a shitty experience. You're going to do that on your own. Same thing with this. You think women who just love guys are going to get on here and say, hey, this guy's great. Definitely go date him. Like, what the fuck? And he's so great.
Yeah.
Why ain't you still with him?
Yeah.
So, there's going to be 99% bitter women who are going to use that to shit on somebody. And look, it might be good if there's somebody who's abusive physically and did some things that might not be, crimes in and of itself, but still fucked up. But I'm sure most of these guys were just the regular shit where they got pumped and dumped. and they got very bitter about it. So yeah, it seemed, and Jack can bring this up as well. That app seemed like a lawsuit waiting to happen. It really did. That has to be slander.
Yeah. Yeah, because a guy, listen, and I ain't trying to pull the double standard thing, but a guy would go through a lawsuit if he posted a woman on some stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why this can't be a lawsuit. I mean, it probably be some. I'm sure the guy would probably get shitted on for being a punk, suing somebody. But I don't understand why that can't be a lawsuit. But other stuff, whenever a guy posts something about a girl, that could be a lawsuit.
Yeah, man, it seemed really sick, and the idea is just it was easily going to be abused by people with a vendetta, or people who just want to burn somebody and make sure they never get with anybody else. And it's a sick idea. Now, like you said, it could have been made with the best intentions, but I feel like since the security was so shitty, maybe it was just some kind of thing to, maybe they had no long-term plans with this. They just wanted something controversial. Maybe they got paid somehow with ads and they said, fuck it, let's let it crash. So I don't know, man, but the idea is sick, and I just don't like it. This society we're becoming where people really want to use things like this and think it's necessary to date.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Do you remember? I don't know if y'all used to do this in Houston, but back when I was in high school, they used to somebody used to make a fake MySpace page, and they used to call it the blowdown page.
Oh, damn.
The blowdown page, which is pretty much fake exposing people.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a list at school, but it was on social media where they say, "Oh, Susie slept with Danny behind the bleachers," or so and so off behind, in the locker room, or all this other stuff, like a blowdown page. That's what this is to me, man. Just some women on here that just want to be messy and just expose some dudes and be like, "Is this your man?" That type of, remember that page? "Is this your man?" Like,
yeah.
That's all it is, man.
Yeah, sick shit, man. And people who got exposed using that, first off, I don't want to say nobody deserves to get scammed, but if you trusted that out and uploaded your driver's license, you get what you deserve, kind of, Come on now.
Crazy.
It really is. Anything else happened this week? That might be about it. Any other movies, TV shows, things you've been watching? Anything going on?
Nah, I've been watching this show on HBO Max called The Industry. I don't know if you heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The Industry. I just finished the first season. Wasn't really into it the whole time, man. Like, I think that's one of them seasons I watched the first season and that's it. Because I find myself not really into it. Like, I kind of got into it towards the end, but I'm just like, man, I'm not really into this. So I might just dip out of it, man.
Yeah, usually it's better to dip out of a show before you get to. There's some shows you just watch out of habit, even though it sucks. That was me with Smallville. That Superman show back in the day.
Yeah.
That show went on for 10 years, man. And after a while, it got so stupid because it's, at first it was supposed to be like the story of Superman when he was a kid, like a teenager.
Yeah.
But it went on so long that he was a grown ass man. And he's still not Superman. They still got to hide his shit, and he still got it got really stupid. But I watched it every week because it was just, what I did. It was a routine. And at the end, I finally said, you know what, I'm gonna cut myself off, and I cut myself off before the final episode. And I'm like, okay, they didn't get me officially. I didn't just stick it out. But there's some shows you just watch because you're used to watching it, even though it sucks and it fell off. And it's usually best to just drop it before it becomes your routine and you just keep watching that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I kind of got with Power. Where
season 2, I was done
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah. Like I kept watching Power. I'm like, you know what? I'm already this far. And I'm glad they announced the last season. Well, I'm just like, all right, that's a good way to go out. And I ain't watching nothing else. And they gonna keep expanding that shit too. That's the crazy part. Yeah, I'm like, all right, I'm done with it.
Yeah. So it's usually best to just drop it before that. That might be about it, man. I think I don't see anything else going on the Twitter or social media. Yeah. So I think that might be about it. Y'all, of course, I see people out there doing a Hulk Hogan tribute on SmackDown. Okay. So everybody make sure y'all tap into In the Loops Monday through Friday, Sports Radio 610, all the training camp news, all the football stuff you've been thirsty for. We all been thirsty for football, man. It's finally back. It's getting there. It's almost back. It'll be back in about a month officially, but it's still kind of back.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all stay tapped in for all the training camp news and the headlines. Also, Figgy Fix Mixtape 120, Monday through Friday. Always a good listen, man. And we will be back next week talking about whatever the fuck else happens in the world. So until then, y'all.
Peace.